anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at UENradio.com.
All right, here we go. We're on. Say hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I think Claude is
This is
there.
Claude McKnight. Hey, is that Melinda talking?
It is Melinda.
Oh, what's up? You know, we've had some technical difficulties, but I tell you what, I don't know if you guys can see me, but I'm sitting here with the man, the myth, the legend, my good friend, Mr. Al Jarreau.
All right.
He just got off the stage. Very gracious. And tired, and I hate.
And they just got off the stage
That's
too.
right.
I just followed them.
But I got to clean up and whatnot. He just came over here. So I love you, man. Thanks.
I love you more. What are you talking about?
Man.
Oh, this is so wonderful.
Man, so we're hanging out with Claude McKnight. That's the name of my show, my weekly show here on Sundays. And just to give you guys an idea of what's going on, originally, this show was supposed to be a big, long Mark Kibble interview, but because of the wonders and the joys of the internet, it has taken 47 days for this interview to upload for some reason. It's still not in the can, but Al Jarreau has come in like Superman.
Oh, my goodness. I'm learning to fly. It takes me a little while. I'm not saying I'm complicated, but I'm learning to fly, baby.
There we go. I got to tell you, you did a great show.
Oh, you guys too, man. It's just amazing that we're over here in Italy, and these people love this music, have warmed to this music that we thought it was so important and been trying to do for a long time, and people find it over here and hold it close to their hearts, and we get to come all the time.
All the time. We have a great time with them. They have a great time with us. They love the music. We love giving it to them.
That's right.
I need my audience to know that Al Jarreau is actually the first cat that had us on the road with him.
Oh, my goodness.
And, you know, this was literally 25 years ago.
Long time.
We were babies. You were a baby.
I was a baby too.
That's right.
I'm a baby.
That's right. And the thing is that something that I've realized as I'm in my 50s now, we used to always wonder why in the middle of the day, Al would be either just sleeping in his room or just completely chilling out until it was time to sing. We'd be out playing basketball and stuff. I tell you now, as I'm 51, I sleep all day. Or as much
I'm
as
so glad you just told me that. That's so important for me to know. I used to think I was the only one getting old.
I tell you what, if you live long enough, you will get old.
That's right. If you live long enough, you get old.
Yes.
And you know what? I just love it, Claude. Getting older and finding that the music is still important to do, and what makes me smile, and that helps other people smile, and that's a mission, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a
ministry.
ministry.
It is a ministry.
It's a ministry.
Let's even talk about that for a little bit.
Okay.
Because, you know, we go way back.
Yeah.
You know, Take 6, we're not ashamed to tell people that we come out of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's, you know, that's our roots. Al,
Me
same way.
too. Me too.
Talk about it, brother.
Me too.
Talk about it.
Well, I was just talking to Sam, who's my new assistant, and telling him about our association, which goes back to my dad, who went to Oakwood Seminary College, along with Mark Kibble's grandfather, and they sang in a quartet together that traveled all around the United States. Your grandparents,
Yes.
which established the Black Seventh-day Adventist Church in Buffalo, New York, with my aunt. And so the connection is just amazing. You have an Uncle Bill who plays musical saw. There are only 2 or 3 people in the world who play musical saw, and my daddy and your Uncle Bill used to get
right.
This is amazing. And your brother used to sit in my living room along with Robin Thicke and play music in my living room. Amazing. And so God is so good and just brings us together to rejoice and celebrate and encourage us to go on doing this music, which is part of the ministry. It is. Yeah,
Yes,
some
yes,
people
yes.
smile. We in cardiology, you know.
There you go. Working on the heart. Come on now. That's right. That's right. You know, you didn't preach it. You don't even know. Give it a word.
I can't help it.
Can't help it.
My dad was a preacher too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Church in Milwaukee.
There you go. You know what? I'm not going to hold you up too much longer. I know you literally just got off the stage. I know people say that when they're interviewing people, somebody just finished. No, he just came off the stage. They walked him into my dressing room, said we could do this interview, and this is completely impromptu.
I'm so happy.
Oh man,
I'm so
I'm happy
happy.
too. Thank you, my man. Thank you. I'm gonna let you go chill out, and I'm gonna finish the rest of this show.
Okay.
And we're gonna do something together.
All right. I also let's do it.
Love you much.
I love you.
All right.
All right.
Man.
All right.
Al Jarreau, ladies and gentlemen. Al Jarreau.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. That's really cool. I love that you guys have like kept it all in the family.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the cool thing, especially about jazz musicians, that I think is different from a lot of other musicians. I'm not ragging anybody, but I think that there's a struggle that we all share to some degree. And no matter how young or how old you are, you typically go down the same road. And I think the older cats, they just try to pave it for the younger cats to just, give them a leg up. And we get there at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. Al has always been the coolest. Before anyone really knew who we were, and we went on tour with him, he would bring us out during his set. He would lift us up. I mean, it was beautiful. He's still the same guy 25 years later. Amen.
That's pretty awesome. We have a bunch of people in the chat room interacting too with you, Claude.
Oh yeah. What are they talking about? Somebody feed me a question.
They want to know where the gelato is.
Oh man, here's the funny thing. Tonight was our last show on this European tour, and we decided at 1 a.m. we're going to get gelato.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I'll send pictures of all of that. But you know what? I've only worked out one day in like the 10 or 11 that we've been going.
Claude.
So yeah, I don't know what that's
I'm very
about.
upset.
Other than see,
You didn't bring the pull-up bar for the hotel room?
I know, Claude. Who are you?
Oh man, I'm a liar. That's what it is. I'm a perpetrator.
You're a
the real
busy
deal
man.
is,
No, you're a
I
poser.
decided. Come on. I decided that I wanted to give my body a little bit of a break. But as I was giving it a break, I didn't realize that the gelato monster and the burgers and fries and stuff were going to invade my space. So, now I got to get back on it big time. And I only really have a day because we're really only off for a day or so. Then we head to Japan for a couple of weeks. So I better do something. I'm going to come back.
No, you
Do you know about how much gelato you had, like in ounces? Did you have like a small bit, or how much did you have? Because I can tell you how many calories are in it.
Oh, gee.
Well,
That's how into this I am.
Well, let me tell you this. The other
Probably doesn't
night,
wanna
we
know.
went for gelato. The other night, I had 5 different flavors.
Okay.
And it was like a scoop and a half of each into a cone.
Okay. I
So-
think a scoop is like a typical scoop is 2 ounces maybe. So I don't know. Basically, one serving of gelato is like 130 to 140 calories. So, however much.
Oh, so that's about 55,000 calories.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. In one sitting, I should
Yeah.
be in one of those eating challenge.
You totally
contests
can.
or whatever.
Next 4th of July, we're putting you in the hot dog eating contest.
Ooh, against Joey Chestnut. That dude, man, he can eat. I follow his career.
I don't
He
even know
literally
who that
has a
is.
career. Every year he does this stuff.
Is he one of those eating champions?
Oh yeah, he eats hot dogs, man. Come on,
They
John.
they dip them in the water and
I've
they eat them.
seen it,
Oh,
yeah.
it's so nasty.
I've never seen him do
Ugh.
it, but I've seen other people. It's like,
Gross.
ooh. That's impressive.
But Claude, if it makes you feel better, one thing that I noticed, and I know obviously like we always talk about fitness here. One thing I noticed once I started regulating my eating and eating like 5 times a day, smaller meals, I can eat so much more than I used to. I can literally sit there and just power eat because I don't know what happened. It's completely backwards, but maybe that's a good
Melinda,
thing.
did you just say power eat?
I can sit there and power eat if I wanted to.
Like that's some kind of challenge?
I
or some
don't. I
kind
mean, I
of
don't.
Event.
I don't, but I'm just trying to make you feel better. That like whenever I got healthy and started like minding my food. Just
Okay.
just,
Well, I
just let
heard
me
you
help
guys
you.
say something about there were a bunch of people interacting in the chat room. Is that still going on there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Throughout the show.
you guys want to throw something at me? Are there any questions going on in there? Because even before we go to that, I kind of alluded to this, but the whole outro thing was completely unscripted. I've been waiting, and in fact, I'm doing this show right here from my iPhone on Skype. My computer's sitting in front of me because the Mark Kibble interview is still uploading. I mean, it's taking forever. I don't want to call any names, but I tell you what, the internet over here, I mean, it must be working with a squirrel on a wheel or something. So I'm not even sure we're going to have the Mark Kibble interview this week, but yeah, if we want to interact, kind of talk about the travails and the ups and the downs of the road. I mean, the fact that I'm not going to lie, this isn't even an embellishment. We were in London last night. We did 2 shows there, one at 8:30, one at 11:30. Had a lobby call at 4 a.m. to fly here to Italy, which meant that we got back to the hotel around 1:30 a.m., which also meant I didn't go to sleep because I was working on this show. So I get to the airport, and I didn't sleep on the plane because I'm editing the video on the 2-hour flight here. And then there's a 3-hour drive from the airport to where we are here. So, of course, what was I doing then? Still editing.
Wow.
So then once I got here, I'm trying to upload this thing, and as I just told you, it still hasn't uploaded. So I'm going on, I don't know, 48 hours or so of no sleep, and doing 3 shows in the process.
Gosh.
So I'm a little wired right now because I'm not going to lie, I took a Red Bull or 2 or 7.
Yeah.
So you're on your 5th wind right now. Instead of 2nd wind, you're on your 5th wind.
Yeah, something like that. So, questions, what's going on in the chat room? Somebody feed me something.
Somebody said that you look good, that you look a babe. So don't worry about
a babe.
eating a babe.
Was that a guy or a girl?
It was a girl.
It was a girl? What's her name?
Juliet.
Juliet. Well, thank you, Juliet. I'm doing my best here. Doing my best. If I took these glasses off, you can see that my eyes are actually closed.
It's like you have fake eyes on your glasses.
I do.
Also, a question from Facebook. I want to know, or it's from Olivia. I just want to know, hands down, what was the best dish you've had so far this trip? What's the best?
What's the best dish? We eating pizza every day.
Yes, I'm all about that pizza life.
Hey man, I tell you what, the pizza in Italy, even in the fast food joints, is ridiculously good. You haven't had pizza till you have pizza in Italy. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's what we've had all day, every day.
That's amazing.
That gelato.
And how's your voice holding up there?
Surprisingly well.
Good.
I think I said last week that I started the tour with a bit of a tickle in my throat. Kind of a little weird thing that I think I'm attributing to allergies. And now Mark and Joey are actually coming down with whatever that is. But I'm finishing strong.
You know
and
what work that will help
what's
you?
that?
You know what work will help you guys with your voices is gargle cayenne pepper and water.
Ooh.
I know it sounds awful, but it definitely will work.
That sounds like some kind of torture.
No, that sounds amazing.
It will clear out all the infection, any kind of bacteria, real quick.
Yeah, I do cayenne pepper and like everything. It boosts your metabolism, all that. So
just
yeah.
gargle it.
Yeah.
Gargle it.
Oh, don't drink it down. Just gargle
Absolutely not. Drink it.
I mean, you could if you wanted to burn your stomach.
Oh, you just spit it out. You don't drink it. You just gargle it, and you believe me, you won't want to drink it. You'll want to get it out of your throat as soon as you can.
Is that like chewing tobacco? You chew it and you spit it out.
Yeah.
You don't.
Y'all don't even want to know. Oh my gosh, my brother used to. They call it dip in the South. He used to dip and would leave those cups everywhere, and all the boys I went to high school with and grew up with would leave their little spit cups everywhere. So disgusting. Really the grossest thing in the world. We have another question from Facebook. It's from Quentin in Jamaica. I'm assuming he's in a singing group. He said, our problem is that we don't have proper breathing techniques. Can you share some, please?
Share some breathing techniques. Well, the simplest thing to say is you actually breathe from your diaphragm. You don't fill up your chest and your other areas of your torso with air just for the sake of doing that. You have to support the sound, and the support comes from your diaphragm. I can't really tell you. It's easier to show you, or to. I think when you go to have singing lessons, someone can show you how to support your diaphragm. in the breathing process and singing. But again, yeah, in a singing group, that is of the utmost importance. Aside from training your ears to be able to hear what you're supposed to be singing.
Fun fact, whenever I took voice in high school, my voice teacher would make us lay on the ground, and she would stand on our stomach and make us sing as hard as we could.
Wow.
Just to train you to use your diaphragm. It was it was crazy. It was crazy.
Whoa,
I promise
Melinda.
you. I promise you.
Did this teacher go to jail? What's that about?
No, I don't know. It's the South. Nobody cares. She could have beat us. She could have beat us, and no one would have cared. But yeah, it worked. You had to lay on the floor, and she would stand on it. She was a little lady, so I don't remember. She was like 5 foot tall, little old lady. And
did she have her shoes on?
No, she would take her shoes off.
Okay. All right. What else is going on in the chat room? Please tell me there's at least 5,000 people in there just mulling around.
There are 4,000.
4,000. That's good.
We're having a hard time keeping up with all of them.
So just tell us a little bit about, I don't know. So you guys are going to Japan next, correct?
Yes. Well, actually, here's what we're doing. Tonight was our last show here in Perugia, Italy. We leave first thing in the morning, and we all go home for a night. And then we head to Las Vegas to do a press conference because we're going to be a part.
Don't say it. It's a press conference. No, don't say it yet.
Got the publicist on the line.
What?
I don't know, but
I do everything wrong. Let's just say we're going to Las Vegas for a press conference.
It's a very, very exciting announcement that we'll talk about next week.
Very cool.
Next week, that's right. And then we head to Japan, and we'll be there for, I think, 10, 11 days or so. We'll be in Tokyo, Osaka, and somewhere else. I can't remember, but we'll be there.
Take 6 has a huge Japan following. I had no idea, and Japan just loves Take 6. You guys are superstars.
We've been going there every year, I think, from since 1989 or so. Yep. So yeah, we really cultivated that relationship. We have some really great, not only fans, but friends, people we see every year, people who support us, people who tell others about us. I've got good friends over there sharing my links about my radio show and just all of that. So it's very cool. I don't, whether they speak English or not, it's just, it's a cool thing. We hang out together.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, and there's a Take 6 fan site, too.
There is, yes, yeah. Awesome. We have a Take 6 fan site in Japan. We have a Take 6 fan site in Brazil.
So awesome.
I think they're working on one in Antarctica. I didn't even know people were there. Did you know that?
No?
Wow.
I didn't even know that. Oh, my God. I was like, wait, what? There's 3 people, and they all love Take 6.
They all love Take 6.
Who knew they even had internet there?
Yeah. It's probably about as good as it is here.
Wow. So what's your favorite song to sing on tour so far?
My favorite song to sing on tour. On this tour or any tour? Let's see. We'll say this tour first.
What song does everyone go crazy for on this tour?
You know what? Windmills of Your Mind is a song that no matter where we go, people really, really dig that song. It's a jazz classic as far as the arrangement is concerned. Mark Kibble really worked it. It's from a movie called The Thomas Crown Affair. I think the movie first came out in 1968, but we saw the movie, the remake with Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo, I think around 1995. And Sting sang the song in the closing credits. And when he did that song, I mean, that was worth the price of admission. We knew that we'd be doing that song one day. And literally, every time we do it in concert, you can see people just literally being in a trance from it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful song, written by Michel Legrand and Alan and Marilyn Bergman.
Cool. So
this is as good a time as any, though. Before any more questions, I always have to do this. John, how's your week been, man?
It's going good. It's doing good. I've just been posting some songs on my SoundCloud and just getting back into the whole music things.
Yes, that's awesome.
Well, you know what's cool? I guess since last week or whatever, John and I have become Facebook friends.
Yeah.
I keep over on his page every once in a while because you meet people and you don't know what's going on in their life, whatever. But generally, who they are comes out on social media. What they post, what they like, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have to say, John, good dude, man. I like your stuff, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I try to make sure that my Facebook is a place of positivity, inspiration, that kind of thing. So always putting out those good vibes.
Wait a minute. Who'd have thunk it? Positivity?
Oh yeah.
Who does that these days, right?
What is that?
That's cool. Melinda, how's your week been since I've seen you?
Well, it's been very stressful.
Uh-oh. Come on. You know, we're real over here.
We are real. We keep it real when we're hanging out with Claude McKnight.
That's right.
It's a place of realness. As well as positivity. No, so basically, I've had the same car since I was in high school. So I've had it 10 years. And I've been having some problems with it. So we finally, my dad helped me get a new car or whatever. And it got out here on Friday. So I went yesterday to sell it, my old car. And my mom was like, you better have your title and registration. So I'm like, oh, I got all of it. No big deal. I get there. They give me a quote lower than I wanted. And I talked to my parents. I'm like, well, I don't know what else to do. Like, let me just sell it. And so they're like, okay, whatever. So I go in there to try to sell it. Realize I really don't have the title because I don't know what it looks like. So then I start sobbing. Sobbing. And I don't cry. I'm not a crier. You will not see me cry. I'm sobbing, like mascara's all down my face. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I call my mom and she's busting me out. She was like, Melinda, I told you. What are you doing? You're an adult now. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know. And so then I'm like driving back to my apartment, like trying to find it. I'm like, I know it's in my house. My mom calls me and she was like, oh, I have your title. I didn't let you take it to LA with you because I didn't trust you with it. It's in North Carolina. So she was like, you can get it whenever I decide to mail it to you. I'm like, are you kidding me? So at least I know where my title is now, but I'm dealing with 2 cars trying to shuffle them in street parking, and that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The whole LA street parking.
Yes, and this was all a lesson in being an adult for me, and I try so hard to be independent, but yesterday oh my God, I just wish my parents were here. So.
You know what's funny about Melinda? She will put these like 2-line updates on her Facebook page, and they're really cute, but they're always like the worst thing ever just happened.
That was yesterday. I was like, I'm having the worst day of life, but I'm joking. Like, I'm not being serious. I know there's worse problems than that.
We know. Sure.
That's what social media is for, Claude.
I'm gonna have to add you so I can follow.
Yes, do it.
See what's going on.
Yeah, she's very entertaining, John.
I'm sure she is. She always is here too.
I know. I can't
now,
help
for
it,
those
guys.
of you guys who are just joining us or need to know that you need to join us each week, you never know who's going to stop by. Just a little while ago, we had Jarreau sitting next to me. He came in and graced us with a wonderful interview right after leaving the stage. He smashed it on stage. It was so good over here in Perugia, Italy at the Umbria Jazz Festival. We were supposed to have the Mark Kibble interview, the architect of the Take 6 sound. But I'm sitting here talking to you through Skype on my phone because my computer is sitting in front of me. I'm seeing this blue line as the Mark Kibble interview is still uploading. And I think it says now it will be done in 41 days.
Oh,
yeah, something like that. Wow. No, of course I'm lying, but it seems like it's taking that long. Right. So more than likely, we're not going to have the Mark Kibble interview this week, but hey, that means we'll have it next week.
Well, it's okay because it looks like we have a lot of questions in the chat room. Everybody wants to know about you, Claude. You're so popular. Okay. There's one and said, would Claude like to embark on a fitness challenge during the time he and the guys are touring in Japan? Smiley face. Fitness challenge, Claude? I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry.
Margie?
Margie Carmen?
Yeah, I think so.
Margie with a J.
Hold on. For those of you who can see, I'm doing pretty good.
Guns.
Pretty well.
Guns.
Okay. Hold on.
I didn't have my tickets to your gun show. I'm sorry.
Just know that I am flexing the gun show right now.
There we go.
But you know what?
Claude, speaking of Facebook, sorry to interrupt you. Did you see the picture that I posted on my Facebook about when last year I was ripped? I was so ripped, you guys. And I was like, this is motivation.
I saw the picture. Melinda, I saw it.
Right? I'm like, I was super ripped. God. But the thing is,
like, who is this? Who is this hottie right here?
I know, y'all. Sorry. The thing is, I still lift the same amount, if not more. I just have more body fat percentage, so I got to get that down, y'all, so I can look swole.
Oh.
We got another question saying you're very engaging.
Okay.
If you weren't part of a singing group, what do you think you'd be doing as a career?
I kind of alluded to this in my first show.
I
I wasn't really
remember.
interested in psychology.
I was gonna say, yep. Would you ever date a psychologist?
Whoa.
I
But
know.
Oh,
hate
God, no.
psychology.
That would be literally the worst thing in life. Because they would analyze every single thing you did and try to tell you what's wrong with you.
It'd be an
You
interesting
know
way
what?
to find.
I could do that. I could do that. Yeah. Are there any psychologists in the room saying they want to date me?
Maybe.
Huh?
That's
You
that's
say that now, but wait till they start telling you what's wrong with you.
I know. I'll be like, hey, enough. Enough, okay? All right. What else we got? Throw it at me. Throw it at me
let's
today.
see.
Let's see. Well, earlier we were asking about the songs you sing on tour. So, what's your favorite ballad? What's your favorite up tempo?
John, what
Favorite
good
ballad?
questions.
You know what? I really like Lamb of God. We don't do it a lot on tour now, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful song that you can be transported to just a really holy place while singing the song. You know, you want to be in that space when you deliver it for the audience, and you want them to feel it, but for you to be feeling it every time you sing it. So I love that song. Up-tempo song, probably Come On, because it's so energetic. We usually close our shows with that. Actually, we do it as the encore quite a bit. Come on, everybody. We just get started, rocking the party, because we got the victory. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Alright.
got it.
Yeah,
We got that victory. I have a question, and this is for you too, John. This is for everyone. So when you're on a flight, what is your favorite music to listen to? Because I have a very specific playlist that I like to listen to. I feel like, I don't know, it sets my mood on the flight.
Well, John, you go first.
Well, I'm very eclectic, so I don't know if I would have a particular just group to listen to. You know, I would just be playing a combination of things that fit my mood.
Yeah.
So it would probably be slow and up tempo throughout the flight. You know.
What about you, Claude?
You know, it's funny. For whatever reason, I generally don't listen to music very much on flights. What I do, especially on international flights, is I watch every single movie that's offered.
Yeah.
Because it's like the best time to just do that, because
Exactly.
you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No
You know?
distractions.
Right.
You're on a plane for 9, 10, sometimes even 13 hours or so. I don't have a problem watching 3, 4, 5 movies or whatever, because you don't really have that kind of time when you're at home to just sit around watching movies. But if and when I check out music, a lot of times I put in like a Bobby Caldwell playlist, because I love Bobby Caldwell. That's one of my favorite artists of all time, or Earth, Wind and Fire. I'm an old school cat, so it's hard for me to listen to anything that's younger than 15 years ago or so. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I put in my brother's music, because I think that he's still one of the best songwriters I've ever known.
Oh, totally.
Amen.
Amen is right. Every blue moon I'll play some Take 6, but I'll play some really old Take 6, and the funny thing
so
is,
it doesn't feel like it's you.
Right.
Mhm.
And then I get to check out stuff and be like, wow, I don't remember that song, or you will remember something, and you remember the space that you were in when you recorded it. So that's really cool. So
Yeah, it's
those are
like
the
it's like
things I do.
looking back. It's like a home movie type thing to look back and see.
Yes.
That's cool. Well, on flights, I always listen to. There's a very specific Kings of Leon album that I listen to,
Okay.
and it's very just slow and kind of like dark. Because I always take red-eye flights. I'd never fly during the day because the only place I ever go is North Carolina, because I don't have really money to go anywhere else or time. So it's just when I'm going home, and it's just easier if I do a red eye. And so I like to listen to slow, like mellow things, and just feel like I'm in a movie whenever I look out the window and it's dark and I'm listening to this stuff. So I don't know. That's what I listen to.
All right.
I hear you. Feel like you're in a movie, like The Notebook or something like that?
Yes,
Huh?
my life is the Notebook.
Speaking of The Notebook, though, I heard that James Garner died today. You know, he was in The Notebook.
Yes.
Yeah, one of my favorites. You know, just a little older than you, Melinda. You know, I used to watch the
Like 3
Rockford
years.
Files. Yeah. James Garner used money back then, in the Rockford Files. Used
And
to
Maverick,
wear that
right?
polyester jacket. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Maverick.
So we're having a social media question. They want to know, what's your favorite social media platform?
And that is from Jenny Gallagher. Shout out to Jenny from Jag Entertainment, my coworker.
My favorite social media platform is probably Facebook still.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I check out a lot of different platforms, and I know for whatever reason, I shouldn't say this, but I know that Facebook is, because it's so huge, what generally happens is all the kids or all the cool people who first started using something, once everybody else joins, they leave. So that's kind of what has happened as far as I know for Facebook. So now everybody on there is my age, and my mom's on Facebook and stuff like that. But I love Facebook because it just seems like a place that I'm able to really get all the things out that I want to say and show and post and all the links and all the music and stuff like that. I like Twitter, but it's just different to me. And Instagram, that's a whole different beast. I'm not really sure what the whole Instagram thing is yet.
Instagram is very overwhelming because I feel like I take a lot of time with my Instagram photos. It has to be a very specific photo. I have to have edit it a very specific way.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a piece of art. Every photo on
All
Instagram.
I see. What about you, John?
My favorite's probably Facebook. I never really got into Twitter, not at all. Instagram, I like taking photos and things, but I don't really put them up on Instagram. So I share everything on Facebook pretty much. That's my central.
Well, I don't know about you, John, but Facebook came out like 2 years before my freshman year in college, and back then you could only sign up by your college email address.
Yeah.
So, Claude, you're talking about how everyone, like all the kids are going off of it. Well, how do you think I felt when all the old people got on it?
Oh, no.
when they opened it up? First, they opened it up to high schools. Then they opened it up to anybody. So back in the day, that's how you found dudes at your school that you wanted to try to talk to at a party. Like you found them on Facebook.
What about MySpace or Friendster?
See, I was never a Friendster. I was too young for that.
Okay.
But MySpace, MySpace was a big deal.
Yeah, MySpace was big.
Also,
MySpace was a big deal, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah, and now they're trying to bring it back.
Overnight.
They're trying to bring it back, and it just ain't
Yeah.
happening. Just stop. Just let it die.
Yeah.
Claude, talking about your brother, he was just on the ESPYs. Am I correct with Drake?
Was it Drake?
Love of my life. Love of my life.
Easy there. Yeah, you know what? I caught it on YouTube, and then I sent him a text about it. Very interesting segment. Very interesting topic. Very interesting night for that particular song. But yeah, they did a great job.
Did you happen to see the intro that Drake and Blake Griffin did?
I did not. I didn't see any of the show.
You guys have to see it. It is so good. It's so funny. Basically, it's just a parody, and Drake and Blake Griffin are making a movie, and they're in a movie together, and they're trying to figure out what the name of the movie should be called. And they're like, should it be Blake and Drake or Drake and Blake? And they're fighting, and so then they dress up as each other and try to sabotage each other's careers.
Oh, wow.
And Blake Griffin goes in the studio to try to rap like Drake, and he's like, doobity bop ba da bop, and it's so funny.
Wow.
It's so good.
Doesn't he sing Frozen? One of the songs from Frozen? Drake sings?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because my friend was a stand-in for that. For
Oh,
the
really?
ESPYs and worked directly with Drake the whole time. Yeah,
I think so. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I just watched bits and pieces. But one thing you absolutely need to watch is Stuart Scott's acceptance speech of his award.
Yeah,
the Jimmy B
I
Foundation.
saw that. I put that on
It's
my
so
Facebook
amazing.
page.
It's so amazing.
Incredible.
Stu's actually from North Carolina. We have a lot of mutual friends. One of my really good friends I grew up with actually used to give Stu golf lessons, and they golf together a lot. And he is just incredible. He's such a strong man, and I just hope that he can be well.
Well, we're moving on to fashion questions now.
All right.
So they're saying, what is your favorite menswear designer? The suits on tour are on point.
On point.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. You know what? For me personally, I don't know that I have a favorite. And the reason I say that is what I found is what works best for me is to wear something that is tailored for my body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so the designer himself may not be as important to me as it is finding a great fabric and a great cut of the suit and having a great tailor work it. And that's what I tell my guys all the time. This is kind of a secret, so I'm going to lean in a little bit. I keep telling them it doesn't matter how much the suit costs necessarily,
That's how you look
it's what you have done to it for your body type.
Yeah.
You could have a $2,000 suit. If it's not tailored for your body, it's going to look like a croaker sack.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
It sure is.
Because I can't stand to see a guy in a suit that's not tailored, because half the times the pants don't fit, the jacket's too big. Once you get it tailored, it's amazing. It looks so good.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Just to throw a couple of things out there, just to let you know, I kind of know what I'm talking about. I've always loved Armani. I love Armani suits. I love some Ralph Lauren stuff. We have a deal with a young up-and-coming designer who does some really great stuff in Monty Holland. His line is called the Tayon Collection. Great, great suits. So we wear his stuff quite a bit. Dolce & Gabbana, we have tuxedos from them. And a couple of Tom Ford, really great suits, really great menswear. So, yeah, you know. I like fashion. I love to dress up, actually.
All right. So we're getting another question saying, let's see, Romani Malco is in Detroit searching out youth organizations to help mentor. Can you speak to mentor or about young African American youth in 2014? Would that be something you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. We have all been products of wonderfully supported families growing up, mom and dad in the house. You know, even though some of us early on had parents that divorced, you know, both parents were still very, very active in our lives. To say all of that to say that I think that has made a really strong foundation for who we are as men as we're grown now. And so it's always been important to us and continues to be. And we search out opportunities to mentor young kids of any walk of life, you know, African Americans and everyone else, whether it's music, whether it's fatherly advice, whether it's big brothers, anything. So if there's an organization that you want us to be a part of, or you want to send some information, Melinda can give you information on how to get to us. So you can go straight to take6.com, and we'd love to be involved some kind of way.
Very cool. Well, this is a tough question. If you had to lose one of your senses, sight or hearing, you must pick. Which one would you choose, living without sight or living without sound?
Gosh.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is hard.
There's absolutely no way that I could live without sound. Absolutely not. If I had to lose one, unfortunately, if I had to lose one, it would have to be my sight. Wow. But to lose sound? Oh, no way. I love sounds.
I mean, look at Stevie Wonder. He's doing just fine. You got it.
Yeah,
you're good.
Doing just fine.
He sure is.
Doing just fine.
Wow.
Yeah, he sees a whole lot better than most.
Yes, he does. He does.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are they acting on your Facebook wall since last show? Did they straighten up a bit? Are they playing on your playground?
Hey, you know what? There's always that one person who just shows up uninvited some kind of way, and they throw their trash in my lawn.
Oh, no.
And I have to, it's so funny because there are certain people very close to me, you know, generally family members and the guys in the group who laugh at me because they know that I invite people in, but then I don't really want you to play. I just want you to behave. And if I don't tell you what the rules are, well, then I guess you don't know how to behave. I don't know how that could be, but I suppose everyone's different.
Every now and then you get that crazy giraffe video or something, right?
I know.
Yeah. Speaking of videos, this just came to my mind. Oh my goodness! Everybody who's a friend of mine or who's not a friend of mine, please go to my page. I posted this video of pickup basketball player types.
Oh, I saw that. Yes, that's funny.
Hilarious to me. If you've ever played ball or been involved in any kind of sports, you have met one or some or all of these people during the course of
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look now.
It's
I'm
really
just gonna
funny.
find it.
Hilarious. Melinda, you will love it. You will love it.
I'm trying to find this link that I posted on my trainer's wall the other day, and it's the 9 worst people you see in every gym. And literally it's spot on, and I'm gonna read them if that's okay.
Go ahead.
1, the person who hogs all the good equipment. And it says that they will be on the elliptical for 3 hours during the peak rush hour. That's so true. And they leave their water bottle everywhere, and then they don't ever clean off the actual machine. Then the overly sweaty person who never uses a towel, and they're just dripping everywhere. I've literally gone to the gym and like seen the puddle of sweat like next to it. It's disgusting. The perfect guy who makes you feel bad about yourself because he's just walking around and he's so buff and you're like, God, like I'm never gonna be like that. The social media addict who stands there and just takes selfies the entire time in the mirror and but never works out. The creeper that's always checking you out is another. The person whose stretches make you feel uncomfortable. The gym. you know that's a thing. The gym bunny, which is the girl that has like perfectly color coordinated outfit and all of her makeup on, is like talking on the phone while she's running on the treadmill. The person in jeans running on the treadmill. And then I have not experienced this because I'm not in the men's locker room, but the old naked man in the locker room. There's always some old naked person in a locker room that you're just like, please stop. So I don't know if you can relate to any of those, Claude, but I know I can. Just going to the gym in Hollywood, I have enough characters around. Yeah,
I can relate to some of those. I've seen some of those people. But I was going to ask you, are any of those 9 you at all?
See, I've tried to be very, very good about it. I just started leaving my phone in my car when I go to the gym. 1, because I will check it 5,000 times. 2, just because I don't want to deal with people and I need a break sometimes. So, but no, none of those people are me at all.
Are you sure?
You don't know me. No, I'm very cognizant. Right. I'm very cognizant of what goes on.
Okay. Well, cool. That reminds me, though. I'm gonna say it again. Please, if you get a chance, go to my Facebook page. Check out the video that I put up there about the pickup basketball players. There's also another video. If you want some inspiration as far as working out, there's a 70-year-old bodybuilder on my page who is buffer than buff. Mr. Buffenstein, for real. This dude, hey, he made me feel like, wow, I've got no excuses at all. He started working out, I think, at like age 44. And he's literally 70 years old. Now, you can tell by his voice and his face when he's 70, but his body, I was like, my man, I need you as my trainer. Right. So check that out, too. That's what I'm sending everybody to my Facebook page. Go.
Is that the Hanging Out with Claude McKnight Facebook page or your personal?
No, that's my personal page. I'm allowing you people.
Oh, wow.
He's letting you in. Just
page.
Don't post anything on his page. You can look, but don't touch. That's basically what it is.
That's right. That's
the
in the
rule.
meantime, please go to my Hanging Out with Claude McKnight page and like the page.
Yeah.
I had someone write to me saying that it was a little confusing because both pages said Claude McKnight, but we worked on that, and I guess they finally fixed it.
Yep,
so now that page, you can search it as Hanging Out with Claude McKnight.
Yeah.
And we're almost at 2,000 followers, so if you guys like the page and share it with your friends, then we'll have 2,000 people to hang out.
That's right.
Also, someone wants to know what your favorite workout is. I know you like to do basketball, but we need a real workout. Do you do weights? Do you ever take any classes? No, you know what I mean. Not a real. I know basketball is a very intense game, so don't. You know me. I love basketball. I mean like an actual, like in the gym. Do you do weights? Do you do cardio? What do you do?
I know. You know what? I try to do a little bit of both, of cardio and weight training. Actually, a lot of it of both, because I think it's really important. Lifting weights actually keeps your metabolism going all day long. It's like your furnace continuing to burn. So it burns the fat even better at times than just doing straight cardio. Because you have to run a lot of miles to burn the same kind of fat or to keep your body in the same kind of burning mode as weight training does. So I love weight training. I do like circuit training, where I will go back and forth between my upper body and my lower body. So guys, you have to work out your legs too. That's right. You can't just be Mr. Fucking Steve on, at the gym with, no shirt on and wearing jeans because you don't have any legs. So yeah, I try to do both. I'm not huge on just running in general, which is probably why I play so much basketball, because
you still get it in
there.
there.
Me really go. Yeah.
You're running, but you don't think you're running.
Exactly. Find what works for you, and then do that. I do the Santa Monica stairs sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You want to work out? Go do the stairs. Go do the stairs. It will tell on your butt right away. Because gravity's no joke, and it's not just the going up the stairs that's the problem.
Oh yeah.
Or that shows you what the deal is. When you get tired, try going downstairs.
Your legs are like jello, and you're like, I'm literally gonna die right now.
Literally going to die.
Well,
right
when
now.
I Sunday is my off day from working out, rest day, but I couldn't sleep because you guys know I get up at 5 in the morning. And so once the gym opened at 7, I was there, and then I did some weights and I did a little cardio, and then I was like, I'm gonna go run, because I used to do races, and I would do half marathons, and I haven't ran since my last half marathon in November. So I went to the Silver Lake Reservoir, and I was running, and it was a horrible run. I was not into it. And then I come around the bend, and I see these people getting engaged, and I was like, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. So I was telling John earlier, I was running and like snapping pictures of them, and then I ran up and I was like, hey, I just saw you get engaged, and I took pictures of you. Can I text them to you? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he gave me his phone, and I took some pictures of them getting together after they got engaged, and then I texted him the pictures, and he texted me back. He was like, thanks, you were so clutch. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. But the whole time I'm thinking he should have had a photographer. So dudes, if you're gonna get engaged, have a photographer.
But that was so nice of you to jump in. I mean, that's really thoughtful.
Because I know guys don't think about that stuff, and I was like, well, no photographers around, let me do it.
Guys they're thinking about, man, I'm about to do this.
Yeah, I know. It's scary. It's scary, I'm sure.
That's right. She can always say, no.
I know. And that was another thing, because I couldn't really tell what her reaction was. And I was like, oh my God, I really hope she just said yes. She did. She did. So we're good.
Cool.
Well, okay. Well, you know what? This has truly been a hanging out with Claude.
Yeah,
but it's awesome.
Everything. Yeah, this is very, very cool and very, very unscripted. Because, again, those of you who don't know, I'm going to tell you, this was supposed to be like a 24, 25-minute Mark Kibble interview. I posted that on my page, and this is what's going to happen. And as of right now, this video is still only about 65% uploaded. So obviously, it's not happening today. But here's the really cool thing. If you just tuned in, you missed it. We had Mr. Al Jarreau here.
Yes.
He graciously granted a wonderful interview with me where he had just come off the stage. I was sitting in my dressing room here at the Umbria Jazz Festival in Perugia, Italy. We went on stage earlier. Al did his thing. He came in, gave me an interview, and then he went on his merry way. So we just hung out. That's what we do here.
I have an important question though. What's the food? Yeah? What's the food that they give you in your dressing room?
But you know what? For whatever reason, especially in Italy or in Europe in general, they give you a lot of stinky cheese.
That's awesome. That's my heaven.
Cheese. No. You know why?
The stinkier the better.
No. Because what that means is when you go and do the show, when you come back to the room afterwards, it just smells like cheese. Yeah. No.
Do you guys have any cool things on your rider? Are you like, give me a pack of tube socks? Because I have a friend who puts that on his rider just to see if they'll do it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I know people who do that kind of thing. For us, I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes it's so hard just to get the things that we really need.
Yeah.
Because actually there's, I want to say 4 guys who are vegetarian now in the group, and sometimes it's hard. Yeah, it's hard for guys to get the food that they want or need and stuff. And we just make sure we get enough water and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, we're pretty easy to get along with. Yeah.
All right. So the question is, are you going to save this Mark Kibble interview for next week, or are you going to post it on your page for everybody to view? Are you going to keep them waiting?
You know what? I would like to post it for next week's show.
Oh.
I would like for everyone to show up. That's what we do here. We want to build the show itself. And the interview is really, really cool. I found out some things about Mark I didn't know. And I've known Mark well over 30 years.
That's crazy.
So tell all your friends that if you want to have a conversation and listen in on one of the world's greatest music cats, a bona fide genius, and one of the best a cappella vocal arrangers in the world, on the planet, in the universe, check into next week's show, because that interview will be on the show if it takes all week for it to upload.
The Markitect, isn't that what you called him?
That's right. The Markitect. That's right.
I love that. I've literally been thinking about that all week. I'm like, that's the dopest name ever.
Yeah.
I wish my name was something cool, or I was something cool, so I could have a cool name.
Melinda.
I am cool. I am cool.
I was going to say, you are cool. Well, we got one last question, and they want to know if you could do a duet with anyone, living or deceased, who would you choose? You could name a couple if you want.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a couple. Actually, we've done a lot of duets over the years. But some of the people that we haven't worked with that we'd love to would be Tony Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, I mean, he's Tony Bennett.
Yeah,
totally.
right?
Are you kidding? Yeah. We'd love to do something with Aretha Franklin. Why? Because she's Aretha.
Aretha Franklin.
Right.
Hello. That's awesome.
There you go. Wow. I'd love to do something with Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I think that cat is so
He's so
talented.
cool.
So
Definitely.
talented. And then there's Prince. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
There aren't too many cats more musical than Prince. So, would love to do something with him. But those are just the ones that I'm thinking of. If you ask all the different guys in the group, we probably have 40 different people. And who knows, maybe it'll happen.
Are you familiar with the Braxtons?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Very much so.
I think that'd be cool to have Take Six and the Braxtons get together and do a show.
Take Six and the Braxtons.
Oh my gosh,
Sounds
that
like
would be
a-
crazy.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Like for West Side Story.
I
Yes.
think that would be
You
so
should
cool.
do West Side Story. Oh my God, you should do West Side Story. That'd be amazing.
That would be
Everything's
funny.
free in America. It's my favorite musical.
You know what? You know what I have thought about? And I'm just putting this out there. Because acapella is such in vogue now.
Right.
I would love for Take Six to do something with Naturally Seven and Pentatonics.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
actually have some step out solo parts, whatever the song is, from some of the luminaries in the industry, Bobby McFerrin, Al Jarreau on the song.
Right.
Have some of the cats from Manhattan Transfer, all the people that we listened to growing up. I think that would be so cool. Just have everybody on the track together. So I'm putting it out there. Naturally Seven, Pentatonics, Take Six. Let's do this.
All right. That sounds good.
Alrighty.
I can't believe we're already at the end of the hour.
I know. It's crazy.
We gotta dance it out. We gotta dance it out, y'all.
That's right, because this is my song. I told John, you know what? I'm going to be signing off with this song forever. This is my Earth, Wind, and Fire Brazilian rhyme. We've had fun hanging out with Claude McKnight this week. It's very impromptu, but that's what we do. I'm here in Italy. Next week, I think I'll be in Japan doing the show. So I want to thank everyone who checked us out. I want to thank Al Jarreau for being my guest, Melinda and John for hanging in there with me, and Mark Kibble. We will get to you next week, my brother. Peace, guys.
Thanks,
Bye,
Claude.
y'all.
Take care. We'll see you next week.
I'm not afraid of anything. I just need to know that I can breathe.